If you've ever opened a virus on your PC, then you know what's coming next. It's the fellas.
How much of this do you think we should let? That's actually a lot slower than I thought.
Yeah.
This intro song here. Okay, fuck it. We got a job to do. Just cut it. It's a nice song. But
well,
Jesus, it drags a little bit.
Yeah, it did drag.
All right. Well, everybody, you're listening to the fellas today. It's me and Ray, and we had a very important soul searching episode today. We're a little bit down. You know what? Actually, because Dane, he's a fan. Boot Dane up real quick.
All right, give me 1 second.
What the? When did that become the fucking Windows boot up sound? What the fuck is that?
I don't know what the hell's going on.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
From now on, I want you disconnecting him from the internet. I don't want these automatic updates. I'm tired of this shit. Every fucking time is something new with this fucking guy.
Yeah.
It keeps me fresh.
All right, well, today, so I guess it's not just me and Ray. It's me, Ray, and Dane. But what do you call it when there may be some bias in some sort of a story or whatever? You have to put like a notation. What is that called?
A footnote?
No, I know a notation is a footnote, but when you're putting a notation there because you want to be open and clear that there may be some bias. Hey, by the way, this guy loaned me $5. I may be spinning a positive story. Well, before I tell you what we reviewed and what we went over, I need to be open and clear with something with our fans. Ever since high school, I've listened to a lot of Queen. I didn't become a Queen super fan until out of high school. Queen, I want to be open with everyone. Queen is actually my favorite band of all time. I have a lot of bands that I like.
Yep.
But Queen, I genuinely believe when I say, oh, they're not, this isn't a rock band, these are a bunch of artists and this and that, all that douchebaggy shit. When it comes to Queen, I believe all that. I believe they're artists. Sometimes an artist will make artwork that makes no goddamn sense.
Yeah.
Sometimes an artist will make artwork in which you think he may have lost his mind, like a Van Gogh or some shit. You know, artists, they do crazy shit sometimes. Queen is like that, but I genuinely believe Freddie Mercury is not human. That man has the voice of an angel. His voice was given to him somehow supernaturally.
He's not the man.
God said something's going to have to herald the end of the new age.
He's an angel.
Be it the apocalypse or the ascension. But either way, this man's vocal cords will be the trumpet to herald that end. Unfortunately, after sucking all that dick, he contracted AIDS into those vocal cords and kind of fucked it all up. But still, Freddie Mercury, voice of an angel, most beautiful lyricist I have ever heard. Better than any woman I've ever heard. In fact, I'll take it to the point where I got into an argument with someone at a grocery store. It's just some guy I met, a screaming argument, because I'm chatting it up with the cashier there. And she's like, oh yeah, I love the Beatles. The Beatles were a voice of a generation, and the Beatles were so great. I said, the Beatles were a fucking boy band. That's all they fucking were. They were a fucking boy band that sang some bubblegum pop bullshit that was very easy to keep a tune for. And the reason old people like the Beatles is because that's probably the shit that was playing in the background when they finger banged their first chick. That's why they like the fucking Beatles. You stop and listen to their music, there's no fucking substance.
You know,
there's no fucking substance in any of their songs. And I said, and she's like, no, the Beatles were great. And this guy comes up, look, the Beatles had this many all-time greatest hits before they started doing the psychedelic Yellow Submarine stuff. Their greatest all-time hits among who? Among fucking children. You're gonna talk about the Beatles right there. You got Queen, also a band that came from England, the greatest band, the greatest thing England ever exported. Yeah, that shit they did stopping the Nazis from taking over Europe, that was alright. But they fucking gave us Queen.
Oh, well, yeah.
We liberated Europe. England gave us Queen. Fair trade. We're even.
Okay, I can see that.
I mean, to this day, I can listen to damn near any song from Queen. Not damn near anyone. And just, I gotta get out my seat. I'll fucking get out my seat. I'll start singing along with it. My pulse quickens. That doesn't fucking happen with a Beatles song.
You get the quickening.
People don't play Beatles and then random girls just feel like taking off their shirts and waving them around and shit in your living room. That happens with Queen.
You get motorboat.
I want to pick up my broomstick and use it like a fucking microphone and just start jamming out. You know, Queen is the Freddie Mercury for a man to make fashionable a pedophile mustache. So fashionable that every state trooper in America has that mustache.
Oh, man.
That's power right there.
That's some Super Trooper shit right there.
That's fucking power. It's like the dude said in Conan. Do you see? That is power. But I digress. I went way off on a tangent just trying to be open and clear with you guys. Today, we reviewed Bohemian Rhapsody. Normally, I'm not into those sort of biopic things.
Yeah, it's Freddie Mercury, man.
Hell yeah, it's Freddie Mercury. Dude, why don't you explain to people how huge of a Queen nerd you are? Guys, I met Ray in high school. And why don't you tell them a little bit of the Queen paraphernalia that you had when I met you?
Well, most of that paraphernalia was my brother's. When he discovered it, I discovered it because he had cooler friends at the time that actually drove around.
Okay.
So one of his friends used to work in one of those record stores where you could trade in CDs.
Yeah.
That's exactly where,
No, but I mean, like, didn't you have the Queen Laserdisc? You had the shit on Laserdisc.
Yes, I did have the laser. He bought a lot of the music. I bought a lot of the anime.
When we were driving around, when we were in high school, we didn't blast the Queen as much as we wanted because we went to a primarily black inner city high school and they beat the piss out of us.
We did blast the grunge rock at the time, though.
Well, that was when that was in vogue, when you had like the school shooters and trenchcoat mafia. The grunge rock kept the kids away because they're like, yeah, we don't want them to show up and shoot us up. So that kind of helped.
Hold on. No, in context, it was before that even happened. We were out of school when that shit started.
No, the trench coat mafia thing? No, I was in school. Because I used to have a trench coat and they made me stop wearing it.
Oh.
I think that was like my sophomore year, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Or maybe it was my junior year.
If you're a Queen fan and you see Anton wearing a gray trench coat, you think that he has a sword and shit.
Yeah, it used to be black and it turned gray from the sun.
It's fucking, he wanted to be the only one.
Anton was asking, he's like, what the hell are these guys doing in the internet all the time? But I spend a lot of time watching documentaries. Queen and Freddie Mercury and
what documentaries? You mean like
Roger
music
and stuff
videos?
No. They had actually documentaries on YouTube where you could sit down and see the perspective from people who used to work with them around.
I mean, there wasn't any YouTube back then. You're saying about now.
I'm saying now. I don't know about back then. I wasn't digitized that time.
All right. Well, let's go through the cast real quick before we go.
All right. I mean, yeah. So basic Bohemian Rhapsody. It's a biopic. I thought it was equally about the entire band, but once you see it, it's not. It's mostly following the life of Freddie Mercury, which, to be fair, makes sense. When you think Queen, you go, okay, there's three guys in the back playing instruments. Who the fuck is this dude? Freddie Mercury, when he walks on stage, that motherfucker grabs everyone by the balls and walks around like, yeah, you follow me. I got your balls. You don't fucking move until I say so. Even the women. He grabs the women by the balls. That guy has such a presence, and the dude playing him did a fucking great job. That was Rami Malek, which I'm such a fucking Freddie Mercury fan. I didn't even know that he wasn't white.
He was.
What was I always thought Freddie Mercury was just a white guy with a porn stash.
No, he was above human.
No, he's from some Middle Eastern country. He wasn't Pakistani, but I forget what the fuck they say he was from. Also, didn't know that for a short bit he was married. Rami Malek played Freddie Mercury, and Lucy Boynton played Mary Austin.
She's
who was
really
his wife. Well, she's an actress. She's gonna be hot. They both did such a great job, especially the way they were able to pull off the costume design in this. Excellent job.
Yeah.
You can tell what year you're in from the way people dress. In the 70s, they look like they were dressing from the 70s. In the 80s, God give me strength. That was some 80s for your ass right there. I was like, Jesus. So you got your boy Littlefinger's in there. Apparently there's a Littlefinger in everything these days.
Wait. The guy played Brian May. That guy looks freaking dead on.
Yeah,
if you Google Brian May photos when he was younger, and you look at the actor
exactly like him.
Oh my goodness, it's like an absolutely mirror impression of him.
All right, let's take a look.
What's his name again? What's his actor's name, Ray?
Oh shit.
Gwendolyn
Lee.
Yeah.
Brian May did went off later on and to do some solos, and Roger Taylor too.
So it wasn't just Freddie.
No, it wasn't Freddie. It was also a couple of guys in the band.
Is that Brian May right
like
there?
Roger Taylor did a song in the
He looks like he merged with Gandalf the Grey.
He's getting fucking old, man. People
I know he's old, man.
You know what? He never cut his hair. Did you cut your hair, Ray?
All the time.
But this man is a real man right here.
I cut my hair and shit.
You know what did he said in the movie? Look at your hair. You need a haircut. And what did he say? I was born with this hair like this.
That's where he gets his musical genius.
I would die with this hair.
That's where he gets his musical genius.
Look
just
at that
like
shit.
Samson, who cut his hair.
Hey, you were saying, Antoine, that this actor super typecast this guy. What's his name?
Littlefinger, Aidan Gillen. Well, really, Aidan Gillen's not really that typecast as far as the part he's going to play. He's supposed to be movie always playing someone who looks like he's working both sides, because Game of Thrones is kind of typecast him. He plays this John Reed, who's the manager, who first finds these guys and like, I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but I like what they're doing. I want to give them a shot. I want to hire these guys on.
Not sure what you're doing,
and
but I'm going to hire these guys.
Every single time you see him on screen, you're like, don't listen to him, Freddy. He's a bad man. He's going to betray you, because you're thinking Game of Thrones. Oh, listen to me, Freddy. You learn slowly, but you do learn. When you play the game of records, you win or you die.
There's a scene later that we explain what happens to him.
Yeah, I actually feel kind of bad for the guy now. But we got Ben Hardy playing as Roger Taylor, and we also have Joe Mazzello, John Deacon as Joe Mazzello. What the fuck? So that makes sense. All right, those are the members: Freddie Mercury, Brian May, Roger Taylor, John Deacon. There's a lot of other people playing bit parts that aren't quite as important.
Like Mike Myers?
Yeah, I don't know why Mike Myers was in there, but I can tell you he wanted to be.
Yeah, he wanted to be there.
I'm sure he wanted to be in there.
I was hearing
Shrek
all the way. I was like, is that Shrek?
No, you can't play something that's 6 minutes long on the radio, donkey. We're going to play I Love My Car. Rolling all the R's and shit. No, so that was pretty good. I mean, there's not really any story to speak of, to talk about with regards to this, because it's just the life of Freddie Mercury.
Yes.
We'll tell you how we felt about it, whether it moved us, and I'm going to tell you, on the get-go, you can tell this movie did what it was meant to do, because every fucking song these guys would play or sing or whatever, I would start singing on. Well, first of all, this movie theater had way more fucking people than I expected for a fucking biopic, and it's like 10 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, that theater was fucking half full. And then they say, I've come up with a song, let's try this. They'd sing a couple lyrics, and before I know it, I'm singing the lyrics, and then I remember, oh shit, I'm in a fucking movie theater. I must look like an idiot. And I would shut up, and then I'd hear other people singing. So it wasn't just me. It's like, that's what I'm talking about. The Beatles ain't gonna fucking do that. It's fucking Queen. Everybody wants to sing it.
They released this movie that day. We could re-release all their tracks again under the soundtrack.
Yeah, and actually,
and I'd probably buy it.
And also, it's a very important time that they released this movie because of what happens to Freddie later on.
Oh yeah. Which is very, very, very sad. I'll let you explain that later.
Freddie was a very flamboyant person,
even before he realized he was gay.
And I tell you this actor did a great job portraying Freddie. There was another comedian that they had,
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah, and the band members didn't quite well work with him. They were complaining that he was too off.
What do you mean?
Too off flamboyant.
He wanted to rewrite some parts of the script and stuff like that.
You're just being a fucking goofball.
Being a goofball and a dick.
And that's that's not what Freddie Mercury was. He could back up his talk. And I saw that. No, we can do better. It's like, what? That's impossible. And even when he wanted to do stuff that no one else wanted to do, and they would eventually end up doing it just to kind of shut him up.
Yeah.
It was still awesome. Like when they went from doing rock to doing sort of classic rock when they made Bohemian Rhapsody.
Right. They had Roger Taylor, remember?
Yeah. And they were like, man, I don't know, man. That seems kind of iffy. He's like, no, I know we can do it. And it fucking blew up. and then when you go into the late 70s, and he's like, yeah, I want us to do disco. And they're like, fuck that. No.
And then,
what's his name? They did disco. Another one bites the dust. Yeah. And it ended up,
sounds good.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 and it all starts working out. Even the things no one wanted to do and no one thought were going to be good, turned out to be awesome.
Play like you're dancing with it. And then he tells Roger Taylor, hey, Roger, I know you're tired of fucking singing Galileo, but I know you could do better a higher pitch than that. Galileo.
If I do it any higher, only dogs are going to hear me. I'm saying, bro, what do you want me to say? I need it higher. Come on.
Squeeze his balls, man.
My balls are up on my chest already.
He said, yeah, my balls are in my chest already. I need it higher. I can't even make my voice go that high. I was just about to try to do it, and I was like, no. Don't. No. This movie was really great. It really, really pulled me in, and it made it seem like they were working so hard. Now, I will say one thing that did get me, because, oddly enough, when I was in high school, I didn't even know Freddie Mercury was gay. Like everybody knew, except me.
It's just like the George Michael thing.
I just assumed they dressed like that back then. He was going to be flamboyant. All right, that's what they fucking do. I don't know. The cool thing is, well, I wouldn't say the cool thing. This is the weird thing. Everybody knew he was gay before he did. And it seems every place he went, and I don't know if this is a real thing, every gay man in existence could immediately recognize another gay man, and then once they both lock eyes and acknowledge that they're gay by locking eyes, then they just fuck.
Hey, yeah, that's kind of weird.
And I'm
man.
like, I'll give you an example. Freddie Mercury's at a truck stop in America because they're on tour. He's calling his wife. Trucker pulls up. He gets out, and I'm thinking this trucker, because he's American, these guys are British, like, oh, look at this faggot-looking Nancy boy, and probably start fucking with him or whatever. He gets out, looks at him, smiles, nods his head, walks to the men's room. Freddie Mercury stares, looks back at him, fixating on his crotch area. Guy goes into the bathroom, and then he turns to look at Freddie. Freddie's looking at him. And I'm like, so they're acknowledging, what are they in, some sort of gay fraternity? Some sort of gay, some secret gay clubhouse or something? What the fuck's going on?
And it's nasty in a fucking bathroom, dude.
Well, no, that was the thing. Back then, that's where gay guys met up to, you know, it was like truck stops and bathrooms and truck stops and shit. That's the thing from back in the day.
Nasty, dude.
Yeah. It almost makes you think you can end up like developing some kind of disease that way. But
oh my god, I've seen some public rest stops in my day, and especially as a kid, and they're burned in my fucking mind.
Yeah, so that
why anybody would want to have sex in a fucking bathroom.
That AIDS joke I just gave you clearly went over your head, but all right.
Yeah.
So you know, having sex in a filthy public bathroom, you get disease. Okay, whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
But he met so many freaking gay people, and just out of nowhere, they just like notice him and then start kissing and fucking.
There's one thing I tell you this, Antoine. If you search his documentaries, there's a guy there who was with him, and he was saying, it's like, you know, you need to slow down and this and that, and Freddie told him, it's like, there's no need to slow down, because anything that I see, any guy that I see, if I want to fuck him, I'll fuck anybody. I'll fuck the world right now.
He said that?
Yeah. And the guy was saying, it's like, damn, man, that's when I had, like, when you ever had that sinking feeling, and, like, when he tells you that, I had that sinking feeling, because at that time, I was his partner, like a relationship, you know. At that time, if you guys don't know, is in the movie, in the late 70s and early 80s, that's when he started doing all that crazy gay stuff.
Yeah, I didn't understand the time frame, how they were splitting it up. I didn't know what time period was when.
No, it was easy. It was easy to pick up on that. But what I would say is, Dan, you said when you started doing all that crazy shit.
Now, before you continue, there's supposedly AIDS takes like about 5 to 10 years of incubation period. So he probably got it like in the early 80s, and by 1985 he was just full blown getting the disease started.
Well, when it's incubating, it's called HIV.
Right.
It comes up as HIV first, and once the HIV incubates for long enough, then it becomes full-blown AIDS. But that was before they even knew what HIV... They weren't looking for HIV. They had no idea what any of that stuff was.
Yeah.
They were just looking for AIDS. You see, his wife, who I felt really bad for in this, Mary Austin, he genuinely loved her. Yeah, the sexuality wasn't there as much. I mean, they were fucking, but it was probably like kind of like a loveless sort of marriage type of fucking. But he did love her. Even she knew he was gay. And then when she finally forced him to admit to it, you know, she was like, fuck it, let me take off this wedding ring, we're done. And then I kind of felt for Freddie, like, no, please, don't take off the wedding ring. I need you. I love you. I can't do this without you. I need you with me. He did love her, but he would never be able to love her as like a wife, I guess. I think that when he got big and he was in New York and she showed up with her new boyfriend, like she had moved on, I think that's when he started doing all the crazy shit that got him the AIDS. That's when he started filling his life up with random people and meaningless bullshit. Yeah. Hey, you want to feel old? The chick who plays Freddie Mercury's wife, she was born while you were in high school.
Oh shit.
You old ass motherfucker. How you feel? You feel old, motherfucker?
Yeah, I feel
Sit your old ass down if I break your fucking hip, old man. Talking that shit with me.
The movie was really good, but
movie was excellent.
Once it got like halfway in,
it got depressing. Because you watched him basically destroy. He pushed away everyone that loved him. He pushed him away because he was being used and because he was so drug fueled.
And his outrageous living, the way he was like just.
Like, if you look at all of the other members of Queen, they all had wives, they all had kids, they had a family, so they pulled inward. He didn't have that. So he kept pushing everything out. Give me a bigger house, give me more shit. I want a room for each of my goddamn cats.
Rockstar,
you know, all that shit, because he needed something to give him purpose. And he didn't have that. You get this, without purpose, you have this empty fucking hole inside of you, and you try to fill that hole with random shit.
Kind of like Lord Baelish in Game of Thrones.
Okay. But that's You get what I'm saying, though. That's what he was. That's what he's doing. It was really sad to see that. You felt like Freddie Mercury was your friend. Like, Freddie, look, we love you, man. You ain't gonna be doing this shit. You know, me and my wife, we're gonna go get some dinner with the kids, man. The kids want to see their Uncle Freddie. Let me bring the kids over. I think something like that could have really helped him, man.
Yeah,
something like that could have really
so.
helped him. He really needed that. But this makes you feel for him so much. Really the only thing that saved him, because eventually, you know, he went off to do his own solo shit, which was a catastrophe. They sold some records, but still. And his boy toy was keeping everyone away from him.
He manipulated him.
Yeah. His ex-wife had to finally show up. She just said, fuck it. She just showed up at his place. It's like, look, I've been trying to reach you for fucking ever, and I can't get a hold of you and this and that. All the guys want to do one last benefit concert for Ethiopia. It's going to be the largest concert in the world, and they really wanted you there. And it's like, I didn't know anything about this shit. What really, really shook him, because at this point, you can see he's got the AIDS. He's all coughing, and there's blood and shit and all that.
That's fucking sad, man.
Symptoms of pneumonia or something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he's got all that shit, and she tells him, like, look, I'm pregnant. Me and my husband, we, you know, my boyfriend married me and whatever. I'm pregnant. We're having a kid. The look on his face, and I can almost imagine what's going on in his head, is all of this life has gone by. All of this new shit's happened, and what the fuck was I doing? That's one of the main reasons parents don't want their kids getting into drugs. Like, let's say pot or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, marijuana's harmless. It's not going to make you go crazy. The thing is, it makes you content to do nothing. Same thing with drinking too much. You're content to just sit there and drink. And I think he kind of woke himself up and was like, yo, all this life has happened without me doing anything.
Yeah.
Can you imagine blinking and then finding out, oh, your best friend, he's having his second kid? You say, wait, he had kids? Yeah, he's having his second one. What the fuck?
Yeah, what happened?
What the fuck have I been doing? You know, I'm just not a part of life. I think that realization is what made him come to his senses. And his wife saying, you know, he's like, everyone's got a family but me. And she said, what the fuck you talking about? We're your family. Me, the band, we're your family. Fucking come home.
Yeah.
Come back to your family. And that was touching.
Yeah, it was touching.
That was touching.
I loved the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Just the second part, the second half was like a downer. Oh, for a bit too long, I think, in my opinion.
It was, to you, it was only a downer because you know what's going to happen. You know everything about this guy's life.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I tell you what. If that's a downer, how about something to make us a little more cheerful? I love the interaction of the band. The way they were constantly busting each other's balls.
Yeah, they were fighting like crazy.
Because only friends bust each other's balls. I mean, you know, they were kind of light, in my opinion. If you were to walk in this studio, you'd be like, man, these motherfuckers hate each other.
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
It's a scene of Brian May's making fun of Roy Taylor's song. It's like, so what do you wrote? Oh, wrote about a car. What song? He's like, yeah, I'm in love with my car. Who the fuck is in love with their car? What are you talking about? Who's going to sing this shit? Teenagers?
Like, it sounds like you're going to fuck the car.
You're going to fuck the car.
Every time Freddie Mercury comes out in one of his flamboyant outfits, again, this is before he said he was gay, he comes out every single time, the guy's like, oh, fucking look at this shit. Hey, what's going on, you faggot? Yeah, it's kind of like, oh, look at this. You know, what are you, oh, this is my, you know, my elegant outfit. You look like a fucking lizard, man.
Yeah, that was actually
I want to borrow that shit and wear that to church. You look like a fucking moron with that shit on. Goddamn schmuck. Take that shit off. And it was just like, bust his balls. And
yeah,
I loved
they did.
I loved it. I was like, this is family.
Yeah.
Only family can bust balls like that and expect you to still come back.
And it's cool. I mean, they lost the bass player. Freddie Mercury comes in. They find another bass player.
Who just showed up.
He just showed up in the movie. There's like no real introduction for the guy.
Like, who the fuck is this? Just showed up.
Yeah, he wrote some really good songs for them, though.
Oh, yeah. But I so love the family-like atmosphere of the band. It made me feel all warm inside, you know. Hey, you know what? Dang.
What's up?
Real quick, favorite Queen song.
My
and I know this is
Queen
hard.
Song, Hammer to Fall.
Get the fuck out of here, really?
Yeah, my favorite Queen song is Hammer to Fall. Because it's like encouraging. It's encouraging. It's like you come from something bad, now you're going to make it better. That's the song is about. You know, it's also about the Soviet Union, but no, it's pretty much you coming from shit and then you can make it better. It's called capitalism.
Now, do you have one that's a close second?
Close second for me, Princess of the Universe.
Ah, god damn it!
I was fucking son of a bitch.
It's only because of Highlander, Dane. That's not fair. I don't think you like the song for its own merits. I just like it because...
okay, you could take Princess of the Universe.
No. You take it. That's your close second. That's fine.
I could take Give Me the Price.
There's too many good Queen songs. So you can take that. That's fine. It's just Princess of the Universe always reminds me of Vampire the Masquerade. Ray, what about you? What about you? Favorite Queen song?
Under Pressure.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. I mean, it's a good song.
Yeah, it's good, man. I like. We will walk you, and we are the champions. I mean,
I believe technically that was a Freddie Mercury song by himself, not Queen. When he went solo, he did that. Yeah, with David Bowie. But like I said, after that breakup, they decided to remaster it and put it in the album, which we see in the movie. That was like when they had that question, when they had all of them sitting down and all the press was like busting their balls. Brian May was like, "Can we talk about? Can anybody has a question about the album? Anybody has a question? You know?"
Yeah, everyone just wanted to know about Freddie Mercury and his fucking skitsing out. Ray, close second.
Oh man,
he's just not a Queen fan.
No, I am. You're asking me to choose me which one's my favorite.
I spend more time choosing which one's not. I can tell you which one's my favorite. Easily.
It's a Kind of Magic. It's a great song, man.
It's a kind of magic.
I was never too hyped up about that.
Kind of magic.
That one's too laid back. You want to know what my favorite is?
Ride My Bicycle?
No.
That's a great one. That is a great one. Bicycle's a great one.
I want to break free.
No. Tonight I'm gonna have myself a real good time. I feel alive. Yeah, I'm not good. See, don't even get me started on this shit, man. I'll just start singing all this shit. But no, Don't Stop Me Now. That song will get me to sweating and get me hyped up.
That's a good workout
And
song.
I'll just start running around. I'm a superstar, shooting through the sky like a tiger, defying the laws of gravity. I'll get all sweaty, man.
Oh, man.
Put me on a bicycle and play that shit and I'm gone. Don't stop me now. Just don't stop me, damn it.
Don't stop me.
And of course, a close second, I hate being on that bandwagon because everyone loves it, but everyone loves it for a reason. It's the best song, quite possibly the best song they ever made, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Bohemian Rhapsody is so good.
Bohemian Rhapsody was voted for in the Rock and Roll
Hall of Fame
and the World Rock and Roll Council, whatever, as the best rock and roll song in history.
I can believe that.
Yeah, I can actually agree
can't
with
believe that. The best rock and roll song in history, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Even new generations that aren't kind of rock is not in their
because new generations aren't trying to experiment. They're trying to pump out the same shit that got them money the first time.
Yeah.
Remember in the movie, the guy's like, "This is what got you guys money. We need another album just like that." And I'm like, fuck that, man. No, we don't want to make the same shit. And I love the way they were all on the same page. When the guy's like, "Look, we don't want to make an album that's the same thing like the last one we made." And the guy was like, "Look, functionality is the key to making money." And Freddie Mercury said, "Functionality is the death of art. You gotta do something new. You gotta take chances."
Yeah, it's a great movie, man.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Is there anything else you wanna talk about with the movie before we go ahead and rate it?
Band-Aid was, if you guys sit down and watch a little bit of Queen in YouTube when they were taping Band-Aid, it's phenomenal. He had everybody in the audience.
You know what's...
Yeah, they undersold it in my opinion. This movie, they undersold it.
It's compelling.
Yep. That guy, at some point with him singing, he could have whipped out his dick and took a leak, and everyone in the audience would have done the same.
You know what's funny?
He had them under his
when I
control.
looked at that Band-Aid logo, it looked like Africa was giving everybody the middle finger.
It's a guitar.
I know, but it looked like a middle finger to me for some strange reason.
Well, maybe they were getting the
this
middle
movie
finger.
was too sexual for you, man.
Maybe they were getting the middle finger.
Yeah.
Maybe they were.
You guys were sitting together when all those sex scenes were happening.
Yeah, there was a lot. There was a lot of
what?
A lot of guy kissing and shit. And
yeah,
is that what they call it? Guy kissing? Is that what anal's called now?
What the?
Wait! Give me a guy kiss. Please pass it. A lot of anal sex in there.
But Band-Aid was phenomenal. They did a great job in this movie recreating Band-Aid. I mean, everybody was shining in that time.
This movie did have a villain, and it was that assistant.
Yeah, his man, his boy toy.
Actually,
he was the villain. He was the villain of the movie.
There's a documentary. He's the one talking about it.
Wait, and what documentary?
It's on YouTube. Freddie Mercury, Queen, something documentary. But anyways, he actually went in real life and to actually TV shows and talk about Freddie's private life, and he was like a lost case and stuff like that. You're like a fucking snake in the grass, bro. It's like
someone needs to fucking cut that guy at the balls.
You know, one sad thing that I really like about the movie, it was really sad, is when he went to that clinic and he's like talking to a doctor.
The doctor's basically telling him how long he's going to have to live.
Yeah, he's telling them the treatment and there's no cure for it. And
it
was kind of sad.
What do you mean? It was kind of, that was like after like 45 minutes of sad.
Okay, so that character was Paul Printer. Paul, played by Alan Leach. And you said the documentary showed him in real life, showing what sort of an asshole he was.
Yeah, you know when somebody's lying to you and they keep smiling at you?
Mm-hmm.
That's how he is in there. You know,
guy's a cocksucker.
Man, these actors really got some chops.
What do you guys' favorite album?
Favorite album? Oh, Jesus.
Let me check my YouTube history. I'll show you right now.
Beep 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 boop. Ray, your favorite album?
Killer Queen?
Same. Yeah, same. I gotta go with the Killer Queen. She's the Killer Queen. I lost my shit when they had that song in fucking Guitar Hero.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Killer Queen.
I mean, we
awesome.
played Guitar Hero.
Into the goddamn
Rock Band,
Mercury Rising, full documentary.
It's called Mercury Rising.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna watch that later.
All right.
I'm gonna watch that later.
You want to rate this bad boy?
You know what? Yeah, we can wait. You know what? Let me go first. I should not have had the feelings I had. I mean, this really, really tugged me from the heartstrings, and I was singing along with it and whatnot, which was something very embarrassing in hindsight, which is something I should not have been doing. So this went above and beyond. It was very entertaining. Would have been a lot more entertaining if I didn't know how it was going to end. But they still definitely pulled it off. It's a wonderful movie. I enjoyed every moment of it. I don't think I will ever give an I want this inside of me for a biopic. I'm not going to do that. And also, I'm somewhat worried that I may be biased because I love Queen so much. But this movie, I'll give a full price. Freddie Mercury, I'll say I want that inside me. But, you know, this movie, I will definitely give a full price. Fred Mercury, ladies and gentlemen. God rest his soul.
Yeah. I'm also going to give this a full price. Really good movie.
You can go higher if you want.
No,
you're an even bigger Queen fan
depressed.
than me. Oh, get the fuck out of here, man. It's the gods.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this a full price. This is a good movie to watch. Just try to be in a really good mood. Don't be in a sad mood when you watch this movie because it just makes you sad. That's the only thing for me. I'm still trying to feel better about it. But full price.
Okay. Dane, what you got?
I'll tell you what. I want you guys to Google Freddie last photograph.
All right,
While you guys do that, I'll say
if this is gonna be a picture that's gonna make me cry, we're gonna have a problem.
I'll give this movie a full price because the actors did a great job portraying the actual singers. And Queen, I think, is the best movie I've seen when it comes to like a documentary of an actual band. There it is right there. I gave it a full price. It's great sound, phenomenal. Go to the theater and watch this. Go to the theater and watch this. This is phenomenal. Love it.
If possible, a theater with superior sound.
Yeah. Excellent sound with it. The sad part is that, you know, Freddie died in 1991, and I think it's the third week of November of complications of pneumonia because he has HIV.
Remember, to this day,
singing.
No one has died of AIDS. No one's died from AIDS. You die because you get sick while you have AIDS.
Yeah.
Usually the common cold.
Yeah, exactly. But he died making an album called Made in Heaven. That's why I think the album Made in Heaven is the best Queen album, because his vocals are phenomenal in there. He's like, I'm going to die, but I'm going to sing my heart out right now. Anyways, Ray, take it down, take it up.
Don't forget to visit us on our website at g2ta.net and gottatalkaboutit.com. And don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel. Please comment on the Apple Store. Comment and rate us, please. That'll actually get algorithm working on us. And please visit us at our Patreon/G2TA.
Man, you sound like a begging wife who had never had sex for like 3 months.
Oh, man, come on, man.
Come on, Al. Why don't you go upstairs and make love to me?
Oh, Peg, come on.
No pig.
What'd you say about Lord Baelish if he was on screen earlier? If he was trying to
every time he's on screen, I'm expecting him to manipulate situations. They're all against you, Freddie. Everyone, except your old friend Peter. Peter will always be on your side, Freddie. Just remember that.